This is a tarot card reading for the zodiac sign Virgo for the 27th of March till the 7th of April 2021. I will talk about situations from the past, and then I will talk about situations you're in at present, and then I will talk about the future. This is time-stamped and you will find the times in the description box below. So I start with reading. I start with the past. I can see that you had something, you had the skill, or you had a plan, or you wanted to really work something out. I think it had all the it had all the opportunities and all the chances to make it work. You really wanted to do this. We hold this coin, it's very precious to you. You really want to work it out. But something is holding you back. You have the Death reversed card. I think it is maybe somebody else that holds you back. I think it can well be in a relationship that you were in. If you're not in a relationship, then it's a person who you are really close with. But it can also be yourself, you holding yourself back to your successes with maybe some habits, maybe fears that keep returning to you, why you believe that you can't do things and why things don't work out. This is the past, but I can see it moves on to your present life where you still have difficulties working things out, but I can see that in the future things are going to be really so much better for you. You have the Two of Wands, so I think maybe you needed to make a choice. Maybe you needed to make a choice between, for very few of you, it was between being a parent or for this thing that you wanted to do. Because you also have the Empress card. For a few of you, it is somebody that you are in a relationship with that holds you back. It can be for very few of you that they are drinking too much. It can also maybe for very few of you that cannot really be abusive behavior. But I think most of you are just waiting for, maybe you did this job application, maybe you applied for something, maybe you're waiting for the results of that. I think that it is also related to these Two of Cups, so to this love situation. So maybe that this is somebody that really has a family, has to make choices and how to do everything that you want, everything that you wished for. You have the Nine of Cups reversed, so it can be, when this is upright, it is really like a wish card, and so you can make a wish and actually they come true. It lays next to the Wheel of Fortune, so it is going in your favor. Things will get better for you in the future. But I think that there is something, same as the Death reversed card, where something is in the way of you feeling this success. I think that you feel some kind of pressure with this. Pressure with wanting to, really getting into action to really work out what you really want, what you wished for as well. You have this coin, so you can do it. You know that it is like, this is what I want. It's almost as if you don't deserve this, as if you don't, as if you feel like, it's me, why should I get the job, or why should I be, it's like maybe that is this insecurity. You have this card, you deserve love. You are lovable. But I think, you know it, and it's all logically that is clear to you, but I think that the feelings, there are a lot of emotions involved. I think you're maybe also not showing that to the person you are with. I think it was maybe a lot of work to be with this person. You have the Two of Cups. I think you really wanted to be with this person. You felt like you were really together. When you were together, you really felt like you wanted to be this item together. or how do you say, united. But I think that it was maybe more as what you wanted and how it looked like. And I think that you kept something for yourself. You must have kept maybe this wish. Maybe it was a wish even to get a child, but something you keep. You have been really putting a lot of energy in this relationship, I think, and maybe you're hiding that you have also this other wish for, that you really have some talents. Maybe you're even hiding your talents for that person. It can also be for somebody really close to you that you don't want to show, that you actually don't want to do what you're doing, but that you actually want to do something else, that you are really, that your heart goes out to. I say that because you also have the Four of Cups, and because of the other cards as well. You have the Nine of Wands, so I think, yeah, everything looks like, that's why I'm saying it's maybe not acknowledged what you wished for. The other thing, maybe everybody assumes that you're just going to be like this, you're just going to get married. You also have the Hierophant, and you're going to be doing the thing that you said that you were going to do. Maybe you have studied something completely different than you wanted to do. Maybe you have different skills, and you are looking at like, okay, I did everything according to the books, or I did everything I was supposed to do for the outside world, for everybody, so that they can say, yeah, look, yeah, other people appreciate you in that, but I think you are feeling that it is not completely the honest truth, because you did everything for this to have this. I think you do have it, but I think it cost you a lot of effort somehow. I think you needed to do a lot to stay with this person. Maybe you did too much. Maybe you gave too much love also. Maybe you cared too much about others and you forget yourself. Yeah, so I can see you have like, well, let me give you this card first. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Now don't worry, it's not something like terrible happening to you. The thing is, if you have like the Ace of Swords, so there's like a new beginning, but that's only a beginning after you really worked hard, after you cut something out of your life, after things are very clear to you. Now it lays next to the Seven of Wands and the reverse Death card. So I think that, yeah, maybe you cut some habits out of your life. Maybe you're working on it at present. Maybe you're trying to combine these two things that you want to do, or one is related to this person you want to be with, and the other is like this project or some work or something that you really want. I can see that you are really doing so much to get there. I think there is a competition, or maybe you even feel like that. You feel like you have to work so hard to get there. It lays next to the reversed World card, so it's also like things are going to change, because that is automatically developed that way, or it is really like the Wheel of Fortune. Things are turning. But you're also looking at what you could improve or what you could have improved. If you don't, what this red flag is like if you're not going to take care of yourself, if you don't look at yourself in really cutting the things out that are not good for you, or if you're really overdoing it by giving so much to other people, and really it's good to cut some habits, of course, for everybody it is, but sometimes things should go in like a flow. You shouldn't be having to do so much to for other people to for them to accept you, if you know what I mean. I have this card as well. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And I think, yeah, it is a turning point. There is a turning point in your life, because I think you received this, you received something, you got to a point where you are, yeah, like happy, happy with what you have, or actually you did receive what you worked hard for here. It was really quite a hard work, quite something you needed to. Maybe you needed to really have this whole new beginning in something, or maybe you needed to really change your mind about something, or to convince people of your knowledge, or that you were doing the right thing by choosing something else. Yeah, and so you have the Wheel of Fortune, and there's like, it is like a turning point for you, because I think that it is towards the Empress. So, but it also lays next to the Nine of Cups reversed. I think you're turning away from this person who's blocking you, or not blocking you, but who it's either a habit of yourself where you say, I can't do it, I don't want to do it, or where you kept things for yourself, where you didn't open up about something. That can be, you're turning away from that, so into your favor. So this is the Wheel of Fortune, where it says, yeah, that's very good, because you're going to be like the Empress, where you have abundance, where you feel you feel strong, and you feel you can help people, and you have the things of beauty around you, or have the things that you want. I see that it's something that you really needed to do to get there. You needed to, at present you're doing something to make that change for yourself. You're cutting maybe your habits, but also if this is related to a love relationship here, you're not going to how can I say that? You're not going to just do whatever they want to serve them. You're going to cut that out as well. Maybe also some friends, or the person who you have been working with, who you have been close with. But actually this person, if it is about a person, then that person has been trying to wanted everything their way, I think. And you try to really look for yourself, how you could strengthen yourself, and how you could get there for yourself, to take back control. And you're going to do that really well, because you also have the Nine of Pentacles. You have all the happy cards as well in the future. You're going to be really successful in that. You have the Empress. So for very few of you, that is like, yeah, you are pregnant, or you are made a decision to become a parent. But it can also be that this is somebody who is like really in tune with their work, what they do, and they are happy with that, or what they receive with it, I think. So I think you are in the middle of, I think you wanted two things here. Maybe that was related to a person, maybe that was so in between a person and your work. And I think the Empress is saying, you are going to find that. You are going to find that what you wished for, or even if it is not something that you wished for, it is coming because there is this turning point. Everything will be like as it was meant to be. That Wheel of Fortune really wants to turn into something that makes you really happy. It also shows the things that you are missing at the moment, that you are not clear about. And there is something that you are considering. You maybe have worked so hard to get to this point where, with this love, with this person, And yeah, and now maybe you wonder if you still want that with that person. Maybe you're looking at, did I make the right decision? Did I make the right decision here? Am I yeah, what am I fighting for, or what am I working so hard for, or yeah, why do I want this to compete with other people? Or but I think that you are doing the right thing. You have made the right decisions, things are going your way, but I think you have to leave things behind you. Maybe that was the end of a relationship. I think that you maybe didn't end this relationship yet, but you're about to do that, because there is something else here. And I think maybe you had two choices between two people as well. Somebody who suddenly came out of the sky, somebody who was really like gave you all these emotions and these feelings that you wanted, yeah, that you wanted to also move towards, and so you maybe don't know it anymore. But yeah, the Wheel of Fortune is saying, yeah, this hand comes out of the sky. It has a reason. And you maybe think it didn't come in the right time, but it does come in the right time, because things need to happen. And if you don't cut it out of your life yourself, then it will be cut out of your life for another reason. And you're considering this because you have like two wands behind you and one in the future. You're looking over the horizons. What are your options? What do you want? Where do you want to go? And yeah, if you look at this one wand is really close to the Lovers and the Hierophant. So that is something that I think it's somebody who you really feel have strong feelings for. I think you feel a strong connection there. And yeah, I think that is maybe also that project or that work that you wanted to do that you love so much. And yeah, I think for some of you, you have been really working so hard, and you have been wanting to do something else than you have been doing before, but you didn't tell people yet. And I think if that's the case, then I think you have waited with that message. I think you have waited with that message because you really wanted to be sure about something. It can also be, if that is related to this person, then you met someone else. You were already with someone and you met someone else and you were considering if that was the right choice. But for all of it counts, if you really have to work so hard for that, if you really have to do so much, if you have struggled to convince people or to make things work, then sometimes it was just not the right decision, because things are going in their own time, in their own flow, and then you will see things come to you. They just come to you. And then you know automatically that was the right decision. But so I go to the future and I can see, yes, so you do have the Tower. Now it's also not something really bad. It's just saying, yeah, your world is changing. There was like, there is this end of a cycle, I think. I think you have learned a lot. Maybe you got also spiritually, that you developed, and I think you maybe have outgrown this person or what you were doing here. Maybe you have outgrown it, and yeah, that was the end. I think it was also that maybe you do see it because it lays next to the Seven of Wands, that was something that you had to fight for. It was not coming like a natural thing to you anymore. It was a new beginning because you cut things out, and I think in the future, near future, you're going to understand that is the best way to go ahead with. That things, the Wheel of Fortune, will go yeah, in its own pace, and it will work for you, and then things will happen for you. And so also the Tower. So I think that if you didn't end this, if you didn't say something, if you didn't open up about what you really wanted in life, if you didn't close down this relationship in the past that maybe wasn't good for you. Maybe there was even abusive behavior. The Tower is saying, okay, this was not good for you. This was not good for you, so here it is. Something happens that says the Tower is working for your better purpose. So it's like the Ace of Swords. It's like the Wheel of Fortune. It's like, okay, things are going to suddenly end, or suddenly some big change comes, so that you have to cut this out of your life. It's not anymore something that goes like, it's like maybe your own decision. It's maybe somebody else decides, or maybe it is because you didn't decide earlier and then something happens. But it is like, usually this is something you know already that is coming. You know already that it is needed. It's needed to cut this out of your life to have a better future, or to get to the point where you're going to be happy. And I think that is really the purpose of it all. You really want to live your life as happy as possible, as good as possible. So you have the Nine of Pentacles, and so that means you really did well. You got there. You really worked on yourself. You really also took care of yourself. You realize you deserve love, and love yourself first. And I think that usually, you feel that you lose something with the Tower. But I think in this case, I think you don't feel that you lose something really. Maybe yes, some memories you have, but I think you're not going to really feel in the future. You're not going to be really sad about this. You're going to be you're going to feel that you're better off, because I think that the Tower happened. I think something that happened, something that caused this sudden change, this really transformation in your life, this big change. You're going to feel really good about that. You can only see that, okay, it helped you to move on. I think that you decided to do this project, so something comes out of this thing that you had in the past, that you were holding here so precious. You really wanted to do that. I think that's coming back in the future, and it's going to make you so happy. It just shows you that it is going to be successful, even though if something would happen with that project, maybe there are delays, maybe you need to defend yourself about it. Maybe you need to do some extra work for it. But in the end, so maybe it is not as you expected it to be. But I think that you are going to be fine with this, because you're going to feel that your whole heart is in it. And look, you have the Ten of Cups. So that's one of the best cards of the whole deck. This shows full happiness. This shows that everybody is so happy. They're all dancing, and they have security, but they have really love, and they have unconditional love. It's not a love that you have to fight for here. It's not something that you need to be scared of, or it's something that you have to drag along, or that you don't know what this is. In the future, you will know what this is. You will be so happy. So I think, in the very short future, there's something going to happen why this is all going to end, or there's going to be some kind of big change, also in habits, maybe in lifestyle. But you're going to be very happy not long after that. And then you have, like, in the further future, you have the Lovers together with the Hierophant. So for some of you, that means you really are going to get married. Now, I never say that, but I think because in this whole, because also you have the Ten of Cups, I think that you're going to be really very happy in love and be with that person. So sometimes it's like a third person, but I think that in this case, I think that there is not a third person here. In this case, I think it is really somebody that you have chosen for. That is what this third person is about. You were thinking about that. You were not sure in the past. And I think in the future, you're really very sure about what you want with this person. You have the Hierophant, so it's also saying it's successful if you're not getting married, or if there is something you're waiting for, like a divorce or like something on papers, then that is going to be successful. But I think it's also saying, yeah, it's the reason. For some of you, it's only like that you made a decision for a divorce, or that you made a decision to to have some a different set of rules, or maybe even a different religion, or that you for very few of you it has to do with work related to something that you really love doing, and that you don't mind that is like somehow that there are rules involved. But I think all these cards, so in the future they are showing really happiness in love, and happiness with the thing that you really love doing. Yeah, so that is what I have for you. Thank you very much for watching my video, and see you next time.